Hey guys, Chris and Brian here from West Bend Dyno. Today we're going to go over Shop Talk 10 and some of the projects that we have in our shop currently and some of the ones that are upcoming. The first one we're going to go over is a 2023 Audi SQ5. That one basically did the Stage 1 APR kit, which was their 91 octane calibration. That's what the customer runs. Their intercooler and a different cold air intake.
And the customer supplied that cold air intake.
And that one picked up, was really good. All-wheel drive, picked up 73 horsepower all-wheel drive and about 98 foot-pounds of torque all-wheel drive. So those are really big gains for just an intercooler, a cold air intake, and a 91 octane tune. So customer was super happy with it.
And it drove nice. You could definitely feel it.
So not a platform we normally work on, but we've been doing a lot more of these Volkswagens, Audis, BMWs. We don't tune those vehicles in-house, but if we work with a company like APR or Dyno to provide us the calibrations, and we've been kind of stepping into this a little bit more and more. But so far we've had really good results, and we can, get those vehicles kind of optimized as well. So
for sure.
Next one is a 2024 Mustang Dark Horse. That one we did a 3-liter Whipple supercharger on. Final numbers on that one were 682 rear wheel horsepower and 539 rear wheel torque. We did have an issue with that one.
Yeah, that one, it was, all of the Whipple tunes were on hold basically globally for a couple of weeks. But it was worth the wait. I mean, just amazing results. It picked up 270 at the tire.
Something like that.
Something like that. It was a lot.
Yeah. It was real low fours on the baseline.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it was extremely impressive. And the car ran and drove really great after the fact.
It was a little unfortunate. We had the vehicle done, Whipple on, ready to go, and the car kind of just sat for a few weeks and kind of had to play customer advocate with Whipple, and the customer fortunately was understanding with it, but that's something typically we don't see. But
again, Whipple was doing everything in their power to make everything work, and they're a great company to work with.
Yep. Next one we have is a dyno rental that we had, which we should have some footage of as well. It was originally a dyno rental with a remote tuner. Last minute he said, hey, the remote tuner's not here, so then I had to learn Haltech with a 2-liter Ford or whatever that thing was. So it was a little bit of a learning curve, sight unseen, just trying to figure that stuff out. But it did what we expected to do, made good power, picked up a little bit, and it's consistent with the other vehicles that he has. So I think that one turned out pretty good.
Yeah, and dyno rentals have been good for us. It's, again, something that we do offer, and if anybody ever needs it, just give us a call.
Especially if it's a platform that we don't work on or tune. And we have a couple more coming up later, but it's something that, if you're local to us and the best tuner in the world for your platforms in Texas, we can still get it done for you.
Absolutely. Next up, we've got a 2023 Toyota Tacoma. We put a Magnuson supercharger on that one, and we're just working with Magnuson right now, finishing up the tune. We should have some numbers for that one for Shop Talk number 11, but overall, it's been a fun project, and it seems to be going well. Magnuson is another great company to work with as far as for their support on everything. Next up we have a 2019 Tundra, and I don't remember if we brought this one up in a previous Shop Talk or not. I think we may have made mention of it, but it's when the customer had bought a Magnuson supercharger and needed it installed. So he brought it to us, and it ended up being that his vehicle was actually a flex fuel vehicle, something that Magnuson did not support per se, but after some discussions with them and some research, basically we've got it installed, and you're able to get it tuned, and we had some assistance through their tuning department as well, but at the end of the day you got it tuned, and it ended up making really good results. I mean,
yeah, HP Tuners was what I used to actually tune that vehicle, and it dialed in actually pretty easily. Made really good power. I want to say made 131.5 rear wheel horsepower gain from stock and about 130 on the torque. And that was only 7 PSI of boost pressure. So, I mean, it picked up really good power, and customer was very happy with it. And it was a quick little, quick truck.
It was actually a pretty big truck with the lift kit and the tires that he had on it. I mean, wasn't expecting to put it down and blow the tires off, and it did it. So sorry, Russ, but it was fun, definitely fun. Next up, we have a 2019 Grand Cherokee with the V6 in it that we installed a RIP supercharger, and we're just waiting on the calibration side for that one as well. So we'll have some numbers on that coming up for the next shop talk also.
RIP is another good company to work with too. They provide a calibration that comes with it, but they also help. They'll actually provide updates, and we send data logs, and they'll actually work with us and get the thing dialed in. And that's one of the things we do is when we put a supercharger on, it's not that we just baseline it and then run it and cross our fingers and hope it's good. I mean, we data log it, and if the results aren't what we expect or what the customer expects, we usually work with these manufacturers, and RIP's a good one to work with too.
Yep, absolutely.
Next one we have, we're just going to touch on this. We've been adding our stage packages, our Carbio stage packages to our website. We have a few on there right now with a lot more that are in the works. Currently on the website is the 2019 and up Silverado and Sierra 2.7 turbo trucks. We see that as a big market. I think that's the most popular engine option on those. And I actually have one. I have a 24, and we did all the research on it, and I did a lot of my truck was kind of a test mule for all the packages we put together on this truck, and my truck rips pretty good for being a 4-cylinder turbo in a full-size truck. So we have that stage 1, 2, and 2.5, I believe, on the website. The next one that's currently on there is the 5th gen Camaro, so 2010 to 2015 LS3 and L99 Camaros. Stage 1, stage 2 are currently up with more in the works, and we have the Corvettes coming soon and a lot more. We will be working in the future on off-road stuff like autocross or drag race stage packages for some of these platforms. Just be on the lookout for that because that is coming soon.
Yep.
Next one we'll touch base on is something that was kind of an unfortunate thing, but it does happen from time to time. We had a 24 GMC Sierra Denali 6.2 that we actually put a Magnuson 2650 on at the Milwaukee Auto Show last year. Customer's been driving it for quite a while, super happy with it. That one picked up 160 wheel, something like that. It was pretty good.
Picked up a lot.
Yeah. He took it in the dealer for an oil change, and the dealer said, oh, there's these updates for it. And Ken called us and said, yeah, let's not do that because you'll overwrite the calibration for Magnuson. He got the truck back, had all these check engine lights on. It ran terribly. The dealer denied it, but we told him, hey, we'll get the truck back here. We'll take care of it for you. So we actually worked with one of our local Chevy dealerships, Heiser Chevrolet in West Bend. Really good dealership to work with. They actually got it in, flashed in all the updates. I believe there was an additional Super Cruise update on that one.
Yep.
We got the truck back here, reached out to Magnuson and said, hey, here's a new operating system. Within, a couple hours,
Yep.
They got the new updated calibration file back to us, blew it in, and he's on his way. So that's another thing, too. When you put these supercharger kits in with different calibration, you can't go to the dealer and get it flashed. But there are ways to work around it, but just want to give a shout-out to both Magnuson and Heiser Chevrolet for helping us out.
Yep, that was huge. Mm-hmm. Next up, we want to talk about Bill's 2010 Cadillac CTS-V. That one came into us. He knew that it had a misfire, and it was misfiring on cylinder number 2, I believe it was. And he already kind of was resigned to the fact that we were going to be doing an engine probably, and the supercharger was making some noise. So he had kind of planted that seed already that he wanted to go that route. What we ended up doing was going with a forged GM crate engine, and we ended up going with the upgraded Magnuson 2650 for that particular platform. And it's actually on the dyno right now.
Yep.
So we'll have some numbers for that one, but as far as for getting our GM crate engines, we've been getting a lot of that stuff through Holtz Motors, and they've been an awesome company to work with on that end. They're very good with getting us the parts right away. Even if we call for the smallest thing and they've got it in stock, they'll make a trip up here for us the next day, and really nice working with those guys.
And then we had 2 additional dyno rentals today. It was supposed to be 1, kind of turned into 2. It was, I don't even know what year that was.
The Honda was a 94.
94. It was, again, a platform we don't work on, but it was a 94 all-wheel drive Honda Civic. Big single turbo setup with a Haltech. That one I worked with the remote tuner who logged in. We were data logging. Got about 4 pulls on it, and that one, like a lot of the dyno rentals, don't always go the way you expect them to. He was not able to increase boost on there. I don't know if the solenoid was bad or a boost leak, but he kind of stopped it short because it was mechanical at that point. He couldn't figure it out. So in the meantime, he told his buddy to come on over because he rented out about 3 hours of time. And that was a 2008 Mustang GT 500. That thing made pretty good power. It was 660 wheel.
Yeah.
Different supercharger and pulley and all kinds of stuff. But that's the other thing we did on that car too, is I data logged it and monitored boost, air fuel ratios, and actually data logged it with HP tuners and told him, hey, you're out of pump, injector, and mass airflow, so maybe don't go to 6,800 RPM, which your stock rev limiter set at. Maybe keep it $6,000 or less. So at least he has some good information. Now he just bought the car. He put a SCT remote tune in the thing, and he just wanted to make sure it was safe and make sure everything was good. And it's okay if you keep it below $6,000, but let's not do that because it was starting to go pretty lean. So.
Sure. And then I just wanted to touch base on some up-and-coming projects that we've got that are going to be going on here over the winter months. We've got a 65 Corvette that's going to be coming in. That's on a full custom tube chassis. It's getting the body work done right now, but that's an LS3 that's getting a supercharger and a T56 from American Powertrain. That's going to be a fun little project. It's the same customer that we actually completed a 69 Camaro for him a few months back. So this will be another fun one. We also have a 73 Dodge Challenger that's in the works right now. This customer, we've done some stuff for him in the past, but it's an all-wheel drive. And Schwartz Performance is actually building the chassis for it. It's going to have a Gen 3 Hemi in it. It's going to have a big Whipple 3.8, turbo 400 for the trans. So it should be a pretty interesting project. Hopefully we're getting it here before the first of the year and getting some time on it. So once it gets here, you'll start to see some pictures, and I'm sure we'll be talking more about it.
And the power level on that one's going to be pretty legit too.
It's going to be up there for sure. And then actually that same customer also has a 67 Dodge Dart that he started on a couple years back with us. We actually back-halved it and put a roll cage in it. And he was initially talking about doing a Gen 3 Hemi and a twin turbo setup and wanting to go crazy with it. He's since kind of changed his mind since he's doing that with this Challenger. So we put together an estimate for him, and it sounds like it may happen. Going with an LS and a 3-liter Whipple and a 4L80 and still make it. He wants to be around that 1,000 horsepower mark, but he wants to be able to, get in it and cruise it and drive, take it to car shows. So it should be a fun project.
Vintage air on that too, right?
Yeah, he did actually bring that up. Okay. So there's a good chance we could do that.
Air conditioned, yeah.
So it should be another fun project that we'll have some footage of hopefully here in the near future. Anything else that you can think of?
No, a lot of projects in the works, and we'll touch on those on Shop Talk 11. But any questions? You want to reach out for more information on some of these stage packages or some of these similar builds for the vehicle you have? Feel free to reach out. Give us a call at 262-692-9035 or visit our website westbenddyno.com. Anything else?
That should do it.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, guys.